Did you know that our body is like a planet on its own? It has its own ecosystem and being that lives inside and outside our body. You can think of your body as a country or a nation. In every country, there is a bustling city full of men and women. The city represents a certain part of your body and the men and women are the microorganisms that lives there. But before we discuss the parts of your body full of microorganisms, let me introduce you to the world of microbiomes. What is microbiome? There are bacteria all over your body. Together with their genetic material, they make up an ecosystem called a microbiome or the microbiota. These terms are often used interchangeably. Microbiome describes the bacteria and their genetic material, whereas microbiota only refers to the microbes. Here are the 5 areas outside our body that are full of bacteria. The mouth. Yeah, I know that the mouth is technically inside our body. But for this video, let's consider it as outside our body. Your mouth harbors plenty of microbes, some are good, but others could explain things like tooth decay. Since their discovery in 1929 by zoologist Charles Atwood Kofoid, scientists have been investigating how some mouth bacteria can cause inflammation and disease. The mouth is the perfect environment for microbes to thrive, it's warm, moist, and a good source of nutrients. Plus, it's like a microorganism's playground with plenty of structures for them to stick to, like the tongue, pockets between the gums and teeth, and of course, teeth themselves. Fun fact, there are 20 billion bacteria in your mouth and they reproduce every 5 hours. If you go 24 hours without brushing, those 20 billion become 100 billion. Well, picture that out. The private parts are genitals. There's no escaping it, the private parts of both men and women are home to a wide variety of microbes that thrive in these dark, moist nether regions. Interestingly, taking specific oral probiotics has been shown to help with infections down under. Bacteria of the male appendage. Scientists have discovered a plethora of bacteria both inside and outside the penis. Some of the bacteria in the urethra may make men more susceptible to infections like chlamydia, while others may play a protective role. Perhaps unsurprisingly, uncircumcised penises have more bacteria than circumcised ones. The vaginal microbiome. Most women are more familiar with an overgrowth of certain bacteria and yeasts because of the annoying symptoms they cause. Healthy vaginas are dominated by lactobacillus, which lowers the pH and makes it inhospitable for microbes that cause infections. A number of studies indicate that probiotics with specific strains of lactobacillus can alleviate and prevent vaginal infections, thrush, and bacterial vaginosis. Fact: during pregnancy, the vaginal microbiome changes and adapts as it prepares to coat the baby with immune-boosting bacteria at birth. The eyes. The eyes are an ideal habitat for microbes, and understanding the role they play in this unique ecosystem could eventually help treat eye disease. Microbes have made a home in the cornea and conjunctiva, the tissue on the inside of the eyelid. Even though this microbiome is relatively small, only 4 main bacterial species, imbalances in this ecosystem can increase the risk of disease, like dry eye disease and endophthalmitis. There is little research yet on the eye microbiome and bacterial conjunctivitis, pink eye, but scientists are working on it. Much like the gut microbiome, which is very sensitive to its environment, the makeup of your eye microbiome seems to depend upon age, ethnicity, geographic region, and whether you wear contact lenses, possibly because inserting lenses may transfer bacteria from your skin to your eye. Fact: bacteria that live on the eyelid and eyelash are part of the skin microbiome. The middle ear. The middle ear consists of a diverse community of microbes that could influence the development of ear infections and inflammation. In children, middle ear infections are one of the most common medical complaints, and you'll be hard-pushed to find someone who hasn't had an ear infection. However, both genetics and bacteria could increase the risk of middle ear infections. Research has shown that a gene called FUT2 in the middle ear can interact with the microbiome to increase the risk of otitis media, an inflammatory infection, which is most common in infants. Other research also shows individuals with active ear inflammation had different bacterial communities present in the ear compared to those without inflammation. The belly button. If your belly button smells a bit right, now you know why. The umbilical microbiome. The Belly Button Biodiversity Project swabbed 60 belly buttons and found 2,368 different bacterial species. They found some weird stuff too, like microbes only found in Japanese soil and ones that live on ice caps. The belly button is one of the habitats closest to us, and yet it remains relatively unexplored. Some people have been doing some unusual experiments with belly button microbes, like making aromatic cheese with bacteria isolated from the belly button. This idea was brought to life in 2013 by a chemist, Christina Agapakis, and odor expert, Sissel Tolis. We don't recommend trying this at home. There are more areas in your body that are full of bacteria. My goal in sharing this information was not to creep you out or scare you. It is to inform you that we are not alone. We have this so-called microbiome that is inside and outside our body. We have to take care of it to achieve balance. Bacteria have a bad reputation in our society, but they are good bacteria that help us achieve a healthy body. In conclusion, achieve balance and everything will be alright. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon to follow my content. As always, take care, and see you in my next videos.